Hi, Mia. So we're gonna be having your stage full stage revision, right? That was really long. Yeah, it's a full stage revision. While I was actually asking, I was searching for the page. Yep. So are you ready?
Okay.
All right. So my question is very personal. So I hope you bear with it. Okay. So first question here is all about you. Yep, this one. What's the plural of wife? What's the plural of wife? The
The
plural of wife
plural of
is
wife is wives.
wives. Do husbands in the country generally have their wives in their house or in their house? In the house. Do husbands in the country generally have their wives in the house? Yes, no? No?
The
Husbands in this country
husbands in this country
don't
don't
generally
generally
help their wives
help
in the
their
house.
wives
In the
in the
house.
house.
Yep, if you can't answer a question during the lesson, who helps you to answer it? If you can't answer a question during the lesson, who helps you to answer it? If I can't
If I
answer
can't
a
answer a
question
question
during the
during the
lesson,
lesson,
the teacher
the
helps me
teacher
to
helps me to
answer it.
answer it.
Yep. All right. What about this one? If you help me, do you think we can lift this table together? Do you think? Do you think? If you help me, do you think we can lift this table together? Yes. If I help you.
Yes, if I help you,
If I help
if I
you,
help you,
I think we
I
can
think
lift
we
this
can lift
table
this table
together.
together.
Yep. Another one. Which is the most common drink in that country besides water? Which is the most common drink in that country besides water? Tea is the most
Green
common
tea.
drink. Green tea with color. Green tea is the
Green
most
tea is
common
the
drink
most common drink
in this
in
country
this country
besides
besides
water.
water.
Yep. Do you have a fire at home in winter? Do you have a fire at home in winter? Yes, no?
No,
No, I don't have a
I don't
fire
have a fire
at home in
at
winter.
home in winter.
Yep. Okay, what about this one? Which is the broadest street in that town? Which is the broadest street in that town? Which one?
ZYX Street
Is the
is the
broadest street.
broadest street.
Broadest street.
Broadest street?
Broad. Broadest street.
Broadest
I
street
you could say broadest street in this town.
in this
In
town.
this town. Yep. You could say in this town, in my town, both. Right? So I know. Which is the which is the richest person, you know? Who is the richest person, you know? Who is the richest person, you know? Bill Gates is
Bill
the
Gates
richest
is the
person.
richest person
I know.
I know.
Yep. So name me one of the poorest countries in the world. Name me one of the poorest countries in the world. Bangladesh is one.
Bangladesh is the one is
Is
one
one of the
of
poorest
the
countries
poorest countries
in the
in
world.
the world.
Yep. Do you like reading war stories, me? Do you like reading war stories? Yes, no?
No,
I don't
I
like
don't like
reading
reading
war
war
stories.
stories.
Yep. Do parents in your country read bedtime stories to their children? Do parents in your country read bedtime stories to their children? Yes, no?
Yes,
Yes, parents in my
parents in
country
my country
read bedtime
read bedtime
stories.
stories,
Bedtime stories
bedtime stories
to their children.
to their children.
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 Okay, what about this one? So, can you express a very simple idea quite well in English? Can you express a very simple idea quite well in English? Yes, I can
Yes, I can
express a
express
very
a
simple
very
idea
simple idea
quite well in
quite well
English.
in English.
Do you think it's easier to express your thoughts in writing or in speaking? Do you think it's easier to express your thoughts in writing or in speaking? I think
I
it's
think it's
easier
easier
to
to
express my
express my
thoughts
thoughts
in
in writing.
which one? In
Writing.
writing. Okay, another. What about this one? What's the passive speak? What's the passive speak? The
The
past of speak
past
is
of speak is spoke.
spoke. Yep. Which language did we speak during the last lesson? Which language did we speak during the last lesson? We spoke
We spoke
English
English
during the last
during the
lesson.
last lesson.
Yep. What's the passive come? What's the passive come? The past
The
of come
past of
is
come is came.
came. Yep. Okay, let's move down here. What time did you come here last lesson? What time did you come here last lesson? I came
I
here
came
at
here at
what time?
12:30
Last lesson.
last lesson.
Yep. What's the passive break? What's the passive break? The passive
The
break is
past of break is broke.
broke. Yep. Did you ever break an arm or a leg when you were a little child? Like me. Did you ever break an arm or a leg when you were a little child? Yes, no.
No,
I never
I
broke an
never
arm
broke an arm
or a leg
or
when I
a
was
leg when I was
a little
a
child.
little child.
Yep. Mia, what did you wear yesterday? What did you wear yesterday? I
I
wore
wore
which one?
t-shirts,
T-shirt yesterday.
t-shirt yesterday.
Yep. Did I write anything on this piece of paper last lesson? Did I write anything on this piece of paper last lesson? No, you
No,
didn't
you
write
didn't
anything
write anything
on that
on
piece
that
of
piece of
paper
paper
last
last
lesson.
lesson.
Yep. What time did you get up this morning? What time did you get up this morning? I got up
I got
at
up at
what time
5:30
this
this
morning?
morning.
Yep. Did we stand up after the last lesson? Did you stand up during the last lesson or after the last lesson? Yes, we stood up.
Yes,
Yep.
we stood up.
Yes, shut up. After the last
After
lesson.
the last class,
For last
last
lesson.
lesson,
Last lesson.
last lesson.
Yep. Did the sun shine last week? Did the sun shine last week? Yes, the sun
Yes, the sun
shone
shone
last week.
last week.
Yep. Did you take any photographs on your last holiday? Did you take any photographs on your last holiday? Yes, I took
Yes, I
some
took some
photographs on my
photographs
last
on my last
holiday.
holiday.
Yep. Did you tell me your name? Did you tell me your name? Yes, I told you my
Yes, I
name.
told you my name.
Yeah, 10
Did I?
years ago. Oh, 10 years ago. What? Okay, another. Did anybody in your family drive a car last year? Did anybody in your family drive a car last year? Yes, no.
Yes.
Somebody in my
Somebody
family
in my family
drove a car
drove a car
last year.
last year.
Yep, me. Did you remember all the new words? Last lesson from the lesson before this. Did you remember all the new words last lesson from the lesson before this? Yes, no.
No.
No, I didn't
I
remember
didn't remember
all the new
all the
words
new
last
words
lesson
last lesson
from the
from the
lesson
lesson
before this.
before this.
Lesson before
Lesson
this.
before this.
Some I remembered
Some I remembered
and some I
I
forgot.
forgot.
Yep. What did you see in the classroom last lesson? Only an example of this classroom. What did you see in this classroom last lesson? I saw
I
some
saw
charts,
some charts,
some
some
pens,
pens,
a teacher,
a teacher,
etc.
etc.
in this
In
classroom.
this classroom.
Last lesson.
Last lesson.
Yep. So where did you sit during the last lesson? Where did you sit during the last lesson? I sat
I
here
sat here
during the last
during the
lesson.
last lesson.
Yep. What did you eat for your lunch yesterday? What did you eat for lunch yesterday? I ate
I ate some sandwiches
for my lunch
for my
yesterday.
lunch yesterday.
Lunch
Lunch
yesterday.
yesterday.
Yep. Did I give you a dictation last month here in Native Camp? Did I give you a dictation last month? No, you didn't
No, you
give me.
didn't give me
Give me a
a
dictation last month.
dictation last month.
When did last season end? Oh, when did last
And
season? This time begin first. When did last season begin? When did last season begin? Last season
last
began
season
on
began on
which one? First, second,
December.
first
1st
of
of December.
December. Yep. So what did you drink for your breakfast this morning? What did you drink for your breakfast this morning? I drank
I
some
drank some cafe
with my
with
breakfast this
my
morning.
breakfast this morning.
Yep. So how long did you sleep last night? How long did you sleep last night? I slept
I
about
slept about 7 hours
last night.
last night.
That's a lot. Pretty long. Okay, what about this one? Are there any hills around that city? Are there any hills around that city? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes, there are some
There are some
hills
hills
around
around
hills. Not really hills. Yeah,
hills
hills around the city.
around the
The
city.
city. Yep. Okay, what about this one? Do people generally laugh when they're happy or unhappy? Do people generally laugh when they're happy or unhappy? People
People
generally laugh.
generally laugh
When they're
when they're
happy.
happy.
Do people, not only people, maybe you. Okay, do you laugh when you watch comedies? Do you laugh when you watch comedies? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes, I laugh when I
I
watch
laugh when
comedies.
I watch comedy.
That was pretty comedy. Okay, another, what's the opposite of the word friend? What's the opposite of the word friend? The
The
opposite of
opposite of
the word
the
friend
word
is
friend is
enemy.
enemy.
Yep, were Britain and America enemies during the Second World War? Were Britain and America enemies during the Second World War? No, Britain and
No,
America
Britain and America
weren't
weren't
enemies
enemies
during the Second
during the
World War.
Second World War.
They were
They were
friends.
friends.
Yes, they are best friends, right? Again, are there any old castles in that city? Are there any old castles in that city? Yes, no?
No,
No, there aren't
there
any old
aren't any
castles
old castles
in the city.
in this city.
This city.
This city.
This city, right?
This
Again,
city.
another. Yep, so it's almost noon time here in the Philippines. So, Philippine time here. So, are you hungry at the moment? Are you hungry at the moment? Yes, no?
No,
I'm not hungry at the
I'm not
moment.
hungry at the moment.
Ah, you ate before the lesson. Okay. So, are there a lot of hungry people in some parts of the world today? Are there a lot of hungry people in some parts of the world today? Yes, there are.
Yes, there are
A lot of
a
hungry
lot of
people
hungry people
in some
in
parts
some
of the
parts
world
of the world
today.
today.
Yep. Does your stomach make noises when you're hungry? Does your stomach make noises when you're hungry? Yes, my
Yes,
stomach
my stomach
makes
makes
noises
noises
when I'm hungry.
when I'm hungry.
Yep. Okay, let's have this very easy question. Tell me a geographical fact. Tell me geographical fact. Mount Everest
Mount
is
Everest is
the highest
the
mountain
highest mountain
in the
in the
world.
world.
Yep. Tell me a historical fact. Tell me historical fact. The Second
The,
World War
the Second World War
began in
began in
1939.
1939.
Yes. So tell me a mathematical fact. Tell me a mathematical fact. 2 plus 2
2 plus
equals
2 equals
4.
4.
So difficult. You got it. Okay, another. So when you get hungry, me, what do you do? When you get hungry, what do you do? When I get
When
hungry,
I get hungry,
I
I
eat, of
eat.
course. Okay, another. Do you think your English is getting better? Do you think your English is getting better? Yes, I think my
Yes, I
English
think my English
is getting
is
better.
getting better. I
Yeah,
hope.
claim it. Okay, another. About how much does a doctor receive a month? In your country, about how much does a doctor receive a month? A doctor
A
receives
doctor
about
receives about
a million
a
yen a
million
month.
yen a month.
Yep. Do you receive any cards from your friends on your birthday? Do you receive any cards from your friends on your birthday? Yes, no?
No,
No, I don't receive
I
any
don't receive
cards
any cards
from my
from my
friends
friends
on my
on my
birthday.
birthday.
Happy birthday. Okay. Automatic. Yep. Can I obtain clothes from a bookshop? Can I obtain clothes from a bookshop? No, you can't
No, you
obtain
can't
clothes
obtain clothes
from a bookshop.
from a bookshop.
Yep. Me, which animal do we get milk from? Which animal do we get milk from? We get
We
milk
get
from
milk from
a cow.
a cow.
Yep. Okay. Will you go and fetch a pen for me from the next room, please? Will you go and fetch a pen for me from the next room, please? Yes, I'll
Mhm.
go.
Yes, I'll
I'll
go
go and get a
and
pen
get a pen
for you from
for
the
you
next
from the next
next room.
room.
Yeah, yeah. Yes. Manually. Okay, another. So what about this one? So when children are young, do their parents fetch them from school each day? When children are young, do their parents fetch them from school each day? Yes, when
Yes,
children are
when
young,
children are young,
their
their
parents
parents
get them
get them,
fetch them
or
from
fetch
school
them from school
each day.
each day.
Because you're twin or parenthesis too, right? Okay, another. So, will you get that book from the table and give it to me, please? Will you get that book from the table and give it to me, please? No, I won't.
Oh, I won't
I won't get this
get
book
this book
from the
from the
table
table
and give it to
and
you.
give it to you.
No, I could get even later. Hindi ka pang ayaw ka. Suddenly, right? Say yes. Only an example. Yes, I'll
Yes,
get this
I'll
book
get this book
from the
from the
table
table
and give it
and
to
give
you.
it to you.
Thank you. You have two answers. Okay, follow her. Two answers. Okay, another. What about this one? What time do you generally arrive at school for your lesson? What time do you generally arrive at school for your lesson? I generally
I
arrive
generally arrive
at
at
school
school
at about what
at
time?
about
What time? 7, 8, 9,
7
10, 11, 12. 7. 7 in the morning.
in the morning.
Okay, what about this one? Let's move down, down, down because it's pretty long, right? So another. So what time do you generally arrive home at the end of the day? What time do you generally arrive home at the end of the day? I
I
generally
generally
arrive home at
arrive
about
home at about
what time?
when 6
5 p.m. 6 p.m. 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
at the end of the
at
day.
the end of the day.
Yep. What are the general meanings of the verb get? Mia, what are the general meanings of the verb get? The general
The general
meanings
meanings
of the verb
of the
get
verb
are
get are
become and
become
obtain.
and obtain.
Yeah, waiting for this. Again, another. If you're not sure when to use get, what is better to do? Again, if you're not sure when to use get, what is it better to do? If I'm not
If I'm
sure
not sure
when to use
when to
get,
use get,
it's better to
it's better
use
to use
the other verb,
in the
the
verb
other verb with the same
with the
meaning.
same meaning.
Yep. Okay, what about this one? Is there a picture on that wall? Is there a picture on that wall? Yes, there is a
Yes, there's a
picture
picture
on that
on
wall.
that wall.
Yeah, was there a picture on that wall 3 lessons ago? Was there a picture on that wall 3 lessons ago? Yes, there was a
Yes, there
picture
was a picture
on that
on that
wall
wall
three
three
lessons ago.
lessons ago.
Yeah, were there any books on the table last lesson? Were there any books on the table last lesson? Yes, there were.
Yes, there were
Some books
some
on the
books on the
table
table
last
last
lesson.
lesson.
Okay, another. Was there a chair in that corner during the last lesson? Chair. Okay. Was there a chair in that corner during the last lesson? No, there
No,
wasn't a
there
chair
wasn't a chair
in this
in
corner
this corner
during the last
during the
lesson.
last lesson.
Yep, only an example. Another. So were there any chairs on the table last lesson? Were there any chairs on the table last lesson? No, there
No, there
weren't.
weren't.
There weren't
There weren't
any chairs
any
on the
chairs
table
and tables
last lesson.
last lesson.
Tables, table,
Table.
tables. Okay. Last lesson.
Last lesson.
Yep. So what's the opposite of the verb to leave? What's the opposite of the verb to leave? The opposite
The
of
opposite of
the verb to
the verb
leave
to leave
is to
is to
die.
die.
Yep. Do most people die before they are 100 years old? Do most people die before they are 100 years old? Yes, most people
Hmm?
die.
Yes? Oh,
Do
yes. Most
yes.
people die
Before they're
before
they're
they're
100 years old.
100 years old.
Yes, here in the Philippines, almost 60. So sad. Okay, another. When did President Kennedy die? When did President Kennedy die? President Kennedy
President
died
Kennedy died
in
in
1963.
1963.
How did you? Ah. Okay, what about this one? Let's move down here again. Is whiskey a weak drink? Is whiskey a weak drink? No, whiskey
No, whiskey
isn't
isn't
a weak
a weak
drink.
drink.
It's a
It's a
strong
strong
drink.
drink.
Yep. Are young boys generally physically stronger than men? Are young boys generally physically stronger than men? No, young
No,
boys
young
aren't.
boys aren't.
Generally
Generally
physically stronger than
stronger
men.
than men.
They are
They are
generally
generally
physically weaker than
weaker
men.
than men.
Yep. Do you speak English with a strong French accent? Yeah. Do you speak English with a strong French accent? No.
No,
I don't speak
I don't
English
speak English
with a
with a
strong French
strong
accent.
French accent.
French accent.
French accent.
I speak it with
I speak it with
a strong
a
American
strong
accent.
American accent.
American English. Okay, another. Does a soldier makes a lot of money these days? Again, or make a lot of money these days? Does a soldier make a lot of money these days? Yes, a soldier.
Yes, soldiers.
A soldier
A soldier
makes a lot of
makes
money
a
these
lot of
days.
money. These a lot of
Makes a lot
money
of money these
these
days.
days.
Yeah, happy. This is our own world. Okay, another. So, which country do you think has the largest army in the world today? Which country do you think has the largest army in the world today? I think
I think
America has the
America's the
largest army.
largest army.
America has
America's has
America has
America has
the
the
largest
largest
army
army
in the world
in the
today.
world today.
Yep. So, what do we call the clothes that a soldier wears? What do we call the clothes that a soldier wears? We call the
We call it
clothes
clothes
that a soldier
that
wears. That a soldier
that a
wears.
soldiers wear.
So that a soldier
That a
wears
soldier wear
a uniform.
a uniform.
We call the
We call
clothes
the clothes
that a soldier
that a
wears
soldier wears
a
a
uniform.
uniform.
Yeah, you get it. Again, another. Do most children wear uniforms at school in your country? Again, do most children wear uniforms at school in your country? Yes, no. Yes,
Maybe.
no. Yes.
Yes.
Most children.
Think
Most
so.
children.
Most children.
No, I think so. Yes, most children.
Yes, most children.
Children.
Children
Wear uniforms
wear
at school
uniforms at school
in my
in
country.
my country.
Okay, what about this one? Is it cheap to build a large house in the country? Is it cheap to build a large house in the country? No, it isn't
No, it
cheap
isn't cheap
to build a
to
large
build a large
house
house
in the
in
country.
the country.
It's
It's
expensive.
expensive.
Yep. Do you feel your stomach completely when you eat? Do you feel your stomach completely when you eat? Yes, no? Yes, I feel my
Yes, I feel
stomach
my stomach
completely when I eat.
when I eat.
Yep. About how many pages does your book contain? About how many pages does your book contain? This book contains
This book
about
contains about
how many pages? 100 pages? 200 pages?
100
100 pages.
pages.
100 pages.
100 pages.
Me, are you very good at art? Are you very good at art? Yes, no.
No,
No, I'm not very
I'm
good
not
at art.
very good at art.
Was Picasso a writer or an artist? Was Picasso a writer or an artist? Picasso was
Picasso
an
was an artist.
artist. Yeah, there's a clue, right? An artist is next. And do you always feel in good health? Do you always feel in good health? Yes, no? No, I don't
No, I
always
don't
feel
always feel
in good
in
health.
good health.
Yep. Do you feel bad if you eat too much? Do you feel bad if you eat too much? Yes, I feel
Yes, I
bad
feel bad
if I
if
eat
I
too
eat
much.
too much.
Yep. Do you feel sad in good weather? Do you feel sad in good weather? No, I don't feel sad.
Oh,
No, I don't
no, I
feel
don't
sad
feel sad
in good
in
weather.
good weather.
I feel
I feel
happy in
happy
good weather.
in good weather.
Yep. Okay, that's correct. Let's move down. Let's talk about the middle of the square and then top and bottom. This one. What part of the square is? What part of the square is? It's the top
It's the
of
top of
the square.
the square.
Well, this one. What part of the square is? What part of the square is? It's the
This
bottom
is the
of the.
bottom of the square.
It's the
It's
bottom
the bottom
of the
of the
square.
square.
What part of the square is? What part of the square is? It's
It's
the
the
side of the
side of
square.
the square.
What part of the square is? What part of the square is? It's the
It's the
middle of
middle
the
of the
square.
square.
Where's the letter E? Where's the letter E? The letter
The
E
letter
is
is
in the
in
top
the
right
top
hand
right
corner
hand corner
of the
of
square.
the square.
Where's the letter I? Where's the letter I? The letter I
The letter
is
I is
in the
in
bottom
the
right
bottom
left hand
left
corner
hand corner
of the
of
square.
the square.
Yep, where's the letter U? Where's the letter U? The letter U
The
is
letter is
in the
in the middle
of the square.
of the square.
Yeah, complete. Okay, what about this one? Do people drive their cars in the middle of the road? Do people drive their cars in the middle of the road? No, people
No,
don't
people
drive
don't drive
Their
The
cars,
cars.
their
Their
cars
cars
in the middle of the
in the
road.
middle of the road.
In most countries, in most
In most
countries,
countries,
they drive
they
them
drive them
on the right
on the
hand side
right
of the
hand
road.
side of the road.
Right hand side of the road.
Right hand side of the road.
Yep. What's another word for middle, Mew? What's another word for middle? Another word for middle is
Another word for middle is
center.
center.
Wow, center. Center? It's my friend. Hi, center. Okay, another. So, is there anything in the center of the town? Is there anything in the center of the town? Yes, there's
Yes,
something
there's something
in the
in
center
the
of this
center
town.
of this town.
Cool, right? Okay, another. What's your name? What's your name? My name is
My
me.
name's me.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Yes, I'm
Yes,
sure.
I'm sure.
Yeah, another. How many years have you? How many years have you? I've
I've
2
2
years.
years.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure.
Yes, I'm sure.
Yep. Okay, what about this one? Do we just say please in English at the beginning of a request? Do we just say please in English at the beginning of a request? No, we don't
No, we
generally
don't
say
generally say
please in
please in
English
English
at the
at
beginning
the
of
beginning of
a request.
a request.
We say it
We
at
say it at
the end of
the end of
the end of a
the end
request.
of our request.
A
A
request.
request.
Yep. Another. Is it polite not to say please when we make a request? Is it polite not to say please when we make a request? No, it
No,
isn't
it isn't
polite
polite
not to say
not to say
please
please
when we make a
when we
request.
make a request.
It's
It's
impolite.
impolite.
Yep. Okay. What about this one? Is this a desk? No. Is this a desk or a chair? Is this a desk or a chair? No, it's
No,
neither.
neither
It's neither a desk nor
a
a chair.
desk nor chair.
It's a
It's a
pen.
pen.
It's a pen. Yep. Are there 100 chairs in this room or 1,000 chairs? You're in my room. Are there 100 chairs in this room or 1,000 chairs? No, there are
No, they
neither
are neither
a hundred
a
chairs
hundred chairs
in that
in that
room
room
nor a thousand
nor a
chairs.
thousand chairs.
There are two
There are two
chairs
chairs
in that
in
room.
that room.
Yep. Me. Are you Mr. Brown or Mr. Smith? Are you Mr. Brown or Mr. Smith? No, I'm
No,
neither.
I'm neither
Mr. Brown or
Mr.
Mr.
Brown or
Smith.
Mr. Smith.
I'm
I'm me.
me. Yep, I just said. Okay, another. Are you always willing to help other people? Are you always willing to help other people? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes, I'm always
I'm
willing
always
to
willing to
help other
help
people.
other people.
Yep, so are you willing to give her, my neighborhood, all the money you have in your pocket at the moment? Are you willing to give her all the money you have in your pocket at the moment? No, I'm not
No, I'm
willing
not willing
to give her
to
all
give
the
her all the
money
money
I have in
I
my
have
pocket
in my pocket
at the
at the
moment.
moment. I have none.
I have none. I have no pocket. I see. Okay, another. Let's have irregular verbs. So, what's the past of leave? What's the past of leave? The
The
past of
past
leave
of
is
leave is
left,
huh?
left,
Left.
left, left.
Left.
Yep. What time do you leave home to come here today? What time do you leave home to come here today? I left
I
home at
left
about
home at about
what time? Five,
when?
6, 7, 8. Which one?
5
To come here today.
to come
Five.
here.
Oh, 5 o'clock to come here
To
today.
come here today.
5 o'clock to
5
come here
o'clock to
today.
come here today.
Yep. What's the passive smell? What's the passive smell? The passive
The
smell
past of
is
smell is
smell.
smelt.
Yep. Did your lunch smell bad yesterday? Did your lunch smell bad yesterday? No, my
No,
lunch
my lunch
didn't smell
didn't
bad
smell
yesterday.
bad yesterday.
It smelled
It smelt
good.
good.
Yep. Did you learn any new words last week? Again, did you learn any new words last week? Yes, I learned
Yes, I
some
learned some
new words
new
last week.
words last week.
Did you send any emails to your friends last month? Did you send any emails to your friends last month? Yes, I
Yes, I
sent
sent
some
some
emails
emails
to my
to
friends
my
last
friends
month.
last month.
Yep. Did you know me 2 weeks ago, Mia? Did you know me 2 weeks ago? Yes, I knew
Yes, I
you
knew you
2
2
weeks
weeks
ago.
ago.
It should be 2 years ago. Again, another. Did the picture hang on the wall last lesson? Did the picture hang on the wall last lesson? Yes, that
Yes, the
picture
picture
hung on the
hung on
wall
the wall
last lesson.
last lesson.
Yes, dun-dun-dun-dun. This is all that gotta be your full stage revision as of this moment, right? Thank you so much, me. See you then.